And I want to tell people that science aren't just horoscopes. They represent specific electromagnetic influences on the Earth's atmosphere that plants respond to. Not just plants, us people, dogs, all living things respond to that. You see, remember last time we talked about a little bit, I like calling it cosmic gardening because we're surrounded with all this energy and we either die from not being able to use it or we flourish.
Yeah.
Right? And so one of the things that's going on here is I call them D space and biodynamics, okay? Because it's kind of weird. There are nodes, I call them no-go zones. These are lunar nodes when the moon crosses the ecliptic. In celestial garden, they're often considered rest days where no planting or harvesting should occur because the energy is too chaotic. And that's the same thing with human beings. When the energy is too chaotic, you really need to sit down and meditate and relax because anything you do, everything surrounded, is so chaotic. And to me, I was also watching a YouTube channel that talk about eyes, the color of your eyes. My eyes are green, see?
Okay, you say so.
And I'm one of those space creatures. I really am one of those space creatures. So I want to talk about
I think we call that a space case. Yeah,
space case. Oh, okay, the role of planets beyond the moon. Let's just go deeper a little bit, just beyond the moon. Let's talk about Saturn or Venus, where people historically thought that they get influence on different crops. And the reality of it is every planet in our, not just every planet in our solar system, planets outside of our solar system. There's a Betelgeuse, for example. Betelgeuse is already blowing up, and it's spewing. It's a giant, the brightest. It's going to be the brightest thing in the sky, even brighter than the moon. And Venus is going to be sitting there. You're going to go, wow! And literally, we're going to have two suns, and it's not as big. Not as big, but it's very super bright. How do you think that affects plants?
Well, I think that's going to affect the entire planet, not just plants. It's going to affect us.
Exactly
those
right.
radio waves and energy waves coming in.
Exactly right. They're beyond. They're like we're being bombarded by so many different kinds of rays that we have no idea what majority of them are and how they affect. Oh, for example, what's the name of the volcano in the park, that big park? Yellowstone, right? And so that one's starting to. All these volcanoes are responding to the. What about? Yeah, right, exactly right. And I mean, there are so many different planets which have such a strange effect on our bodies as well as the plants. And so I talked a little bit about electric gardening. Well, this is really electric gardening because electricity is just one little form of energy in the spectrum. It's just one tiny little thing. Yeah. We have cosmic rays, we have all kinds of rays on one end and kinds of rays on the other end. And so everything creates ripples, which is important to get in good vibes. So let's see, this is a good one, right? There you go.
Oh yeah, quit taking it off.
Yeah. So it's like, and what I like about you people, as I was sort of say, is that you understand what I'm saying. And so some of you people are just showing up and go, what is he talking about? I don't know what he's talking about. Do you know what he's talking about? But and so I one of the things that's really cool, I call it pest control by the stars.
No, that's a new one to me. I don't think we've ever talked about that before, Andy.
It's called peppering.
Okay.
Yeah, I asked my favorite AI, what is pest control by the stars called? And it says it's peppering, burning the seeds of weed or the body of a pest when the moon is in a specific sign to create homeopathic deterrent for the garden. So when I started studying all these weird things, one of the things I do is radionics.
Yeah.
The radionics is, so one of the things that got invented, his name is Hieronymus, and they call it the Hieronymus device. So he has this device that goes in the garden. It's like basically a tube, and it's made according to a law of energy. That means that in our planet here, the way that cosmic rays are absorbed and retained is that it goes through a layer of organic and inorganic material. Cosmic ray comes in, it does not, or is it organic and inorganic? So it's inorganic, organic material, and inorganic. And when it does that, it actually absorbs that. So, and that's called, and radionics is very interesting. It was developed in Germany, where they understand the frequency of, so when they were using it for healing, for example, so if a person's healthy, and you have a picture of when he's healthy, you put it in this device, and you also put, so you take a picture of the person's sick, that person will get the frequency of when you're healthy and heal you. They banned it, they have it banned in the United States. They also have it banned pest control, because the pest control